Japan's Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi has struck a noticeably softer tone toward China, saying on Wednesday that Japan has always been open to constructive dialogue with Beijing. She made the remarks in Parliament while responding to a question from opposition leader Yoshihiko Noda, who asked her directly about the escalating row with China. Takaichi told lawmakers that it was her responsibility to maximize Japan's national interest and to build an even better, comprehensive relationship with China going forward.
そして日本は常に中国に対して
And Japan has always been constructive and open to dialogue with China. So in the future, after all, we will create better, more comprehensive relationships through this dialogue and maximize national interests. I feel this is my responsibility.
そして国益を最大化する。これが私の責任だと感じております。
This is a notable shift because tensions between Tokyo and Beijing have surged in recent weeks, all triggered by one comment. Earlier this month, during a parliamentary session, Takaichi made an off-the-cuff remark saying that a hypothetical Chinese attack on Taiwan could trigger a Japanese military response. Beijing reacted furiously. China condemned the remark, issued sharp diplomatic protests, and went further by informally boycotting travel to Japan, escalating the fallout into everyday ties between the two countries. Amid this diplomatic storm, Washington stepped in. On Tuesday, Prime Minister Takaichi received her first phone call from U.S. President Donald Trump since the controversy erupted. According to Takaichi, Trump briefed her on the current state of U.S.-China relations, including his own call a day earlier with Chinese President Xi Jinping. That Trump-Xi conversation reportedly covered the conflict in Ukraine, fentanyl trafficking, and Taiwan, the same issue fueling the Tokyo-Beijing row. While Takaichi did not reveal details of the U.S.-Japan call, she made it clear that Trump described himself as an extremely close friend and expressed a desire to stay in direct contact with her. Meanwhile, in Tokyo, Japan's government is trying to control the narrative. Chief Cabinet Secretary Minoru Kihara reiterated that Japan's overall position on China has not changed despite the uproar. He emphasized that Japan, working with its ally, the United States, will continue to urge China to fulfill what he called its responsibilities commensurate with its position. But even with this messaging shift, the fallout from Takaichi's earlier comment continues to ripple outward. In the past week, travel warnings have been issued, political meetings have been suspended, and everyday people in both countries are beginning to feel the impact of the diplomatic chill. So Japan now faces a delicate balancing act. On one hand, reaffirming its strategic alliance with the United States, and on the other, preventing relations with China, its largest trading partner, from deteriorating further. Takaichi's latest comments signal a clear attempt to calm the situation or at least stop the downward spiral. But whether Beijing sees this as enough or demands an explicit clarification remains to be seen. For now, dialogue is back on the table, but the diplomatic ice between Tokyo and Beijing is still thin.